So Abbey beer, they are just related somehow to an abbey. They just need a commercial agreement with Abbey.
But they're not really brewing inside a monastery.
They don't even have to, yeah. It's a bit like wine when they say bottled in the castle, right? At the castle. It's more like it's marketing.
大家好，欢迎来到品味之境的 Border of Taste， 我是以望。我今天请到了我从比利时来的这个 beer importer， 我的好朋友 Simon。Hi, welcome.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hi. Today we're gonna talk about the beer. And
Yeah.
you are from the beer country.
Yes, Belgium, the beer country.
But actually, Simon, we heard about beer festival in Munich, right? I think that's in every October.
Oktoberfest, yeah.
Oktoberfest. When is the beer festival in Belgium?
Actually, I don't know one. I think every festival in Belgium is a beer festival somehow.
Every festival, every day is a beer festival.
Yeah,
because you guys drink beer every day.
Yeah, we don't need a reason to
You
drink
don't
a beer. Yeah.
That's the true Belgian spirit. We don't need a reason. I heard that people are saying there are like so many kinds of beers, like 1,800 something like that, kind of different beers.
Yeah, the number is not clear. Some say 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. We're not sure because some beer appear, some disappear, so the exact number is not clear. If you drink one every day, you might need about 6 years to try them all. Yeah.
Wow, so if you drink one different beer every day, it might cost you 6 years to finish.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's why a lot of my Belgian friends say that, oh, we were born with the beer DNA. Have you ever met someone in Belgium that say, oh, sorry, Simon, I don't drink beer, or I'm allergic to beer? Have you met anyone who doesn't drink beer in Belgium?
Not in Belgium. I met one, but I'm pretty sure she wasn't Belgian.
She was in Belgium.
No, in Belgium, everyone drinks, except maybe pregnant women.
Really?
Yeah.
In that case, do Belgians invented the beer?
I don't think so. We didn't invent it. No one knows who really invented the beers. Maybe it was in Egypt, so like thousands of years ago.
Really? Okay.
But people might think that because there is a very big history of beer brewing in Belgium with the monk, for example, like the Trappist monks.
Yes.
Yeah, they are there for also hundreds of years.
But why the monks won't want to drink the beer or brew the beer?
To drink them because it's good, I guess. To brew it, there's two reasons.
Okay.
The first one was to actually just make money. It's a way to
produce beer and then make some money so they can keep the church still running,
exactly,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the second reason?
The second reason is people say that they brew beer to clean the water.
Oh.
Because when you make a beer, you need to boil the water. And when you boil it, you kill the disease. They didn't really know that at that time because...
Okay, it was kind of like a legend.
Yeah.
Also, in a way, they're actually saving people from drinking contaminated water in order to brew the beer. Oh, I see. So monks also drink beer in Belgium?
Yeah, they do.
They do?
I think they drink everywhere.
Really?
Even, because they are Catholic monks, right?
Because you just mentioned some of the regions that they cannot drink alcohol. So, but that is not including the Catholic.
No, so in Belgium they drink beer, and in other countries they have the mess wine.
So we sometimes hear people talking about the hops, right? And what is the hops, and why Belgian beers are the best beer in the world?
So that's two different subjects, right? The hops is the flower of the hop plant. So that's why in Chinese we say 啤酒花, right? The flower of the. And hops brings bitterness to the beer.
Oh.
Yes, because the way we make beer, you need 4 ingredients. You need water. You need malt. You need hop and yeast. So the first thing you do is you mix water and malt together, and you have a very sweet liquid with this. To balance the sweetness, you add hop. So it brings bitterness, balance, sweet and bitter. And then you ferment it, everything with the yeast. Yes.
I
and then mix
see.
beer.
So you ferment it like you fermentate champagne as well.
Yeah, like wine, like whiskey, like. Yeah.
So how many times do we need to ferment the beer?
Depends on what kind of beer. There is bottom fermentation beer, there is top fermentation beer. For beers like lagers, so this kind of beer, like light beer, like the beer, you know, like Taiwan beer,
Taiwan beer.
They are bottom fermented.
Oh, they're bottle fermented, which means that they only start fermentation when they're getting to the bottle.
Not bottle, bottom.
A button.
Yeah, bottom. Sorry,
oh,
bottom.
Okay.
And it's with cool fermentation, so around 5 degrees.
Oh, okay.
And this needs around 3 weeks of fermentation.
I see. Okay.
When other beers like that one, ale, they are top fermented.
Yes.
Around 25 degrees, I think, 20-25 degrees. And those only need 3 to 5 days of fermentation.
But I remember last time you also told me that some of the beer, they fermented 3 or even 4 times.
Yeah, you can say 3 times.
Yeah.
So there is the main fermentation.
Yes.
And then after the main fermentation, they can do a cool fermentation to play with the flavors, with the...
Okay.
And then some of them, they also bottle fermented. And those is the brewer, they do on purpose to add some sugar at the end. Then they close the bottle. And that's the way they carbonate the beer inside the bottle.
So that's the third fermentation.
That would be the third one. 4, I don't know. Yeah.
So would it say that the more fermentation you have, the stronger or the bitterness the beer will get?
Not really, because see, for example, the lager, they are light, like type P is like 4 degrees, 4.5. But they ferment for 3 weeks, right?
Yes.
So it's very long, but they are very light.
Okay.
When strong beer ferment only like 5 days, and they can be very strong. So it's all about the ingredients, not about the time of fermentation.
We talk about Trappist beer. Are they the same with the Abbey beer?
They are not the same.
They're not the same. Okay, I always thought that Trappist beer is pretty much like the same with. So what's the difference between a Trappist beer and an Abbey beer?
So Abbey beer, they are just related somehow to an abbey. They just need a commercial agreement with Abbey.
But they're not really brewing inside a monastery.
They don't even have to, yeah. It's a bit like wine when they say bottled in the castle, right? At the castle. It's more like it's marketing. So Trappist is different because it's protected. It's an appellation. So there is conditions to be called Trappist. And the first one is to be brewed inside the monastery. So they cannot just do it outside.
You have to brew it inside, within a monastery.
And the monastery.
And the monks brewing themselves, or?
Sometimes yes. Sometimes
Really?
yes. They have to participate somehow.
Okay.
And they have to be Trappist monks. So they're specific. It's an order called the Trappist monk.
So they need to QC all the beer every day. They must be very happy.
They are. Yes, and so there is the last condition to be a Trappist beer is there's a non-profit. So all the profits is given to charity.
So even though you mentioned they produce the beer, make money, but all the money actually have to donate to the charity or to help a monastery to do their operation.
So yeah, it's for sustain the life of the monk to produce everything, but the real profits is for charity.
Last time when I went to Belgium, and my friends say, "Hey, Yvonne, I know you don't like to drink bitter beer because you know a lot of beer in Taiwan are quite bitter, and that's why I never get to like to drink beer." But then my friend introduced me like a horse color, like a pink color, you know. So I know there are different colors of beers in Belgium. How so? Why is that?
So pink must be because it's fruity. So they add probably grapefruit or cherry. There will be red beer, cherry beers. So colors come from the fruits.
And how about the gold beer and the black beer and the white beer?
So gold beer, it's because it's the most basic beer, let's say. They don't add anything, so the natural color of the beer will be gold. Yes. Dark is because they use roasted malt. So it's like coffee. You just cook the malt longer and it becomes dark, and it's dark color. And they also add some colorants sometimes, like for color. And white is with wheat beer, and it gives a cloudy white feeling to the beer, and that's why we call it white beer.
And I noticed that you brought some of the beers for us.
So this one is a white beer, so
Okay.
maybe we can find it more cloudy.
Should we try the white beer first, or we should try?
Sure, we can
What is
do-
your recommendation? Okay, let's try
Yeah,
it.
either the white, either the lager. Maybe
Okay.
white first.
Okay.